let's begin. Here we have Occult Theo. He's going to be explaining and simplifying non-duality for us. We're going to be educated. We're going to learn something new. We're going to have non-duality explained better than anybody else, better than Adi Shankaraji or Ramana Maharishi or Nisargadatta Maharaj. I haven't started the video yet. Hi Jess. Sending love to you, sending love back to you. So I'm going to begin the video now. Let me know if you can hear it. If not, we'll try and sort it out.
Yeah, I just put it on, yeah, whatever.
That's good, that's good. So see, the body simply moves. I'm not doing any of this.
Okay, he says the body simply moves. He's not doing any of this. Yeah, how much of that I believe, I don't know. My thing is, yeah, you are doing it. For example, if there's a car across the road, okay. Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. I didn't even know that yeah, sorry Dimitri, you're right. So yes, so if there's a car coming on the road, or obviously driving along the road, and you're walking on the road, you're about to cross over the road, of course you would tell your body to stop. So I think it's pretty silly that you think it's pretty silly that you would even say that the body's just doing it by itself. It's not. You're in control of it. This is something. So I don't know if any of you know about. There is a British comedian called Carl Pilkington. He was on the Ricky Gervais show quite a lot. Well, there's a podcast of that, and he would say something like what he just said, Theo. So again, ridiculous. Already, we haven't even got 10 seconds. Well, it's 14 seconds. 4 seconds, 5 seconds was him just zipping up his coat. But yeah, within 10 seconds, there's an issue. Like, literally did not have to wait long for this. So here we go. We're going to be inspired more and more.
Everything happens because you can say it's just conditioning of the body. How you were conditioned to act, to react, to move, to think, whatever is just conditioning, and it's not related to you because you can see it.
It's all
happening. It's all happening. Sorry, it's all happening. It's like everything else, then it's unconditional. No one conditions everything. It's just the illusion that you are a doer. That's it. See the gestures, the hands, everything just happens on its own.
No, you are specifically making the gestures happen. To imply that you're not doing the gestures is a little unreal, so to speak. The other issue that I have is, again, I keep forgetting what they say because it's so monotonous. On TikTok, it's on my profile, my YouTube thing. You can find it on there on my profile page. There's the link to my YouTube account. So yeah, it's already bad.
You're a doer. That's it.
Oh yeah, I agree with him that we're not the doers. We do not do the action. Meaning, but it's if you understand the message of the Bhagavad Gita, which is that you do the action, meaning the relative level, but actually there's no sense of doership in terms of attachment to the activity of the mind or identification with the action, which is totally different. Obviously, if this is someone's one-on-one session, I'm assuming that he's the boy on the right, him, he's not an expert. that is not a complete answer to give. That's interesting, Guy. Yes, some people can control their body where it is autonomous, but it's very, very rare, and a lot of practice has to happen. Um, Gestures and walking are unconditioned. Well, are they unconditioned? Because you can walk in a certain way. Even gestures, they happen in a certain way. You kind of you can, like, for example, politicians, when they perform, when they do their gestures, it means something, it implies something. So the fact that my friend here believes nothing is happening is, or it's not conditioned, or whatever, is ridiculous.
See the gestures, the hands, everything just happens on its own. No one does anything.
Including being scared, insecure, or
Being scared, insecure,
thinking
confused,
about this, wanting to know this.
Everything. It doesn't.
Everything is noticed.
Is noticed, and it doesn't matter because it's just what's happening. But as long as long as you're interested.
Well, the body really failed there, didn't it? He had to say, "Watch out." I mean, that's another. I mean, if it obviously, this is where actually it's good. This video, it's giving us in action when you try to practice this so-called pseudo-non-duality. You have to be in control of your body to a certain extent. To say that everything is happening, he really shouldn't have said, "Watch out." I mean, it's happening, or apparently happening. You can't. It's not practical to live the life that they're talking about. Unfortunately, that's what I would say. It's not practical and not real. So again, a classic failure within the first minute. We're not on good. We're already on shaky ground with Theo. Yeah, let's see. But I feel for the. I wonder whether the camera was about to go bust.
See, just reaction. It's not that.
Yeah, I didn't think there. It's just
reaction. No panic. I forgot what I said, but doesn't matter. See, crossing the road is the same thing. You immediately see. Stop. Okay, we go.
Okay, I mean, if I'm honest, he says stop. There was a little bit of panic. If the gentleman did start walking on the road, you would panic. It's a normal thing to panic, to respond, to react to a situation. I think what these people talk about is the state of being where nothing is happening, but that can't be real when you're living in the world. We all have to do something. So, I mean, we haven't had non-duality explained yet. It's definitely not simplified it. So let's see. I'm not expecting him to do a simplification straight away.
immediate sleeve, but no react.
You don't even look left and right. Why would you look left and right? Who are you looking for?
I mean, my reaction would be the same as the gentleman, which would be to laugh. I mean, not to look left and right. I mean, this is dangerous advice. I mean, I've talked about these non-dualists pseudo-non-dualists being dangerous. This is a danger to health and safety. I'm sorry, any kid watching this or whoever will watch that video, I hope you do look left and right and left again when you're about to cross the road. And if so, press the button on if you're at a traffic lights, press the button and wait for the green man to appear so you can walk. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous how he can just say that. I mean, non-duality does not forsake your health and safety. Let me just make that very clear. Oh man, that's bad. Why are they bad?
Left and right. Who are you looking for? You simply walk straight and you see everything. And
you simply walk straight and you see everything. You know what? When you're in a group of people, you don't just look straight. You look everywhere. You observe everything. What is this boy on? What? I hope this guy never drives either, Theo. I don't want to be in the car with you because there is no road that is always straight. And God forbid you are ever driving and you're just looking straight and not looking left or right. You're a hazard. And not only to the road and to the planet itself, but to non duality. I mean, you're a complete hazard. You're the complete package of a hazard. There should be a picture of you to say, if you ever see this guy driving or walking or whatever, do not go near this person. If you see their video on YouTube, stay away from them. This is ridiculous. Within 1 minute and 30 seconds, we've had someone just give out dangerous advice as if it's non-duality. I can't believe this. It's it's really bad. Really bad. Um this is going to be a hard watch. This is already a hard watch. I've got to 1 minute 30. I'm starting to stress. Not stress really, but like I'm starting to get hot. You know, the whole the reaction is really boiling point. It's already boiling point. God. I wonder what his intentions are. Hopefully they're good, and he hasn't developed much of an understanding yet. I hope you're on about the boy, the gentleman on the right, this gentleman here. I do hope. Yes, I do hope the gentleman on the right that his intentions are good and pure, and he wants to know about non-duality. But I think Theo knows what he's doing. Theo knows very well what he's doing and what he's teaching, and to say that he doesn't is to kind of belittle his awareness of such things. I think he knows very well what he's doing. He's making money off it, so he knows exactly what he's doing, and he has a bigger following than I do. So, and he's only been. I've seen his YouTube videos; they've only been up for 5 months, and he's got quite a well. There is. I think we're gonna have to do a separate video where we'll look at the dynamics of how this works, and maybe I think when we look at Emerson, which will probably be either tomorrow or next week, we are going to see the issues with this non-dual stuff, and how it's become stronger, well, how they've grown in numbers and how they have these special meetings and how they've been growing. And it's growing day by day. I've been seeing more and more of these pseudo non-dualists. They're popping more on my page. Let's see. Let's continue. I have to take a deep breath.
It's so beautiful because you're not interested in a particular point and you see every point at once. But they are not seen as points, it's just the whole background, it's just the whole image, you can see.
Yeah. I don't know. So
It doesn't matter if you know or you don't know.
Well, I think it kind of does matter if he knows or doesn't know. Why are you doing this if you don't care if he knows or doesn't know? I mean, see, that's the problem with the whole thing. They've got an answer for everything. But yeah, I mean, I don't know whether the gentleman on the right, whether he's serious about it or not, but well, he is. He is serious about it because I've seen him in another video. So they had a whole freaking conference with like 30 of them. Oh, I thought so. Well, there is something. If they're not even referencing the Bhagavad Gita or other established texts, they're straight up chicanery. Oh, I can't even pronounce that. I'm really bad. But yeah, it is basically they don't believe in it. There's no text. There's no enlightenment. There's no person here. There's no person there. There's no teaching. There's no enlightenment. No awakening. There's simply this. That's the only teaching they have. And and basically berate you if you have any other experiences. If you dare have, if you dare use, if you dare have any psychological issues, you're in trouble, because you don't, there is no mind, there's no ego, so there's no psychological issues, there's no mental breakdown, there's no narcissism. There's just simply this. It's an apparent happening. But and yeah, and as Martin says, and most importantly, don't look left or right. Yeah, the choice is not there. Here we go. Let's carry on.
It doesn't matter if you know or you don't know. If that's noticed, it's not a problem. It doesn't bother you. So already non-interest or detachment keeps you unfocused, keeps you unconscious. You're not self-conscious because you're not self-centered or pointed anywhere through time and space.
Wait. What did you say?
Okay, look.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, look. Right now we're walking, okay?
Yeah.
It's just what's happening. Do you condition? Do you walk? Do you walk by choosing how to put your feet?
No, you just
It
walk.
just happens. It just happens. You just walk.
Okay, non-dual understanding and walking are two totally different things. One is a physiological occurrence. Non-duality is a philosophy. Totally two different things. There's no connection there. But I'm glad the gentleman asked a question to clarify. Let's see how he answers it fully. But there's a kernel of truth in that. In fact, it doesn't matter whether you know or not. On some level, it is what it is. But that's not the support for Theo's nonsense. Exactly. I mean, it is there. There is only Brahman. We know this. There's only the ultimate reality. There's only that formless awareness. We know that. We talk about that. But there's a way to get there. And when you take away that foundation, nothing can stick. Nothing can hold ground. Nothing can be rooted. Nothing can be strong. So yeah, so what we say and what they say is totally, even though on the appearance it may look similar, but there's a big difference. Like they do not account for the relative reality or transactional reality. So totally agree. Natural selection will do its job. I think so too. He's treating it as a get out of jail free card. Yes, exactly. Putting the con in nothing con. Oh, is that the name of the thing? We'll probably have to do a video on that. I hope when the young guy chuckles, he's laughing at the guy on the left. I think so. I think he is laughing. Yeah, I do think it's a bit of a nervous laughter. We still have to honor this incarnation, and that means at least basic personal safety. Exactly. That's what it's all about. Yeah, it was definitely a nervous laughter. But let's continue. Let's see what beautiful explanation Theo's gonna give.
Walk.
But you can sometimes seem to change it.
Okay, good, very good. If you seem sometime to change it, there's this thought of I am doing this or I am changing this. That's it. And if it's seen as that, just a thought, it's only a segment and not the whole. So anxiety, it's not the whole. Depression is not the whole, as you can't as they dominate you. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand where he's coming from, but anyone that's going through anxiety or depression will not agree, because for them, whatever thought is obviously causing the depression or whatever is causing the anxiety is everything for that person. So these people are not qualified to talk about psychology, and definitely do not take any advice from them. He should not be. There's a reason why a lot of the traditional teachers avoid the topic of depression or anxiety in terms of saying things like this, because or saying that if you pray, it'll get rid of every problem you have. The reason why they do not say stuff like that is because there's no guarantee. So it's really important that, either you do your research. Like right now, I am looking into what causes depression, what causes anxiety. I'm doing my research, reading my books to kind of understand it. And that's what you have to do. But these people, they're not read a book because there's no book to read. And they come out with pellets of crap like that.
You can't, as they dominate you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. They can't be. They can't be.
Well, that's the thing. Anxiety, depression,
It's just
being
all there
scared,
is.
being insecure, all these, if and only if, are not seen separate and are fully allowed or fully embraced, then there's no problem. Anxiety is more godly than whatever yoga posture or whatever bliss you can attain by thought.
Oh my God. When I thought Anna Brown was bad, when we watched the reaction yesterday, the video, that is terrible. That is crazy. I can't believe he just said that. That having anxiety is better than a yoga posture or anything like that. I think we might need to do a minute of silence. What the hell? I agree. He's not qualified to talk about psychology or Advaita. I completely agree. Yep, that's exactly how the grift works. It's by little kernels of truth, like the non-dual self. Talk about that, but you can't just talk about that. You have to talk about what leads to that. I mean, that's the important thing. And Guy, exactly. I mean, for example, if you've got 40 years of experience with depression and anxiety and had different treatment modalities, you understand it's not a simple one. It should not be taken lightly. If someone's going through anxiety or depression, it's a serious thing for them, and to belittle or to kind of limit the experience of that person who's going through those things by saying such nonsense like that is ridiculous. And this is why Theo's new. Although he's only been in, I think, 5 months. I won't say 5 months. We'll have a look. We'll investigate together. But it's interesting how he's gained a lot of popularity. I am really shocked that he said that stuff. And this is why I do the reaction videos. Before I was very reluctant about doing these, but now I'm glad I have, because I want to, like I said yesterday, I want to show people that this stuff is bad. And it's not only injurious to your health now and your health and safety, but injurious to spiritual understanding completely. Okay, here we go.
Bliss you can attain by thought.
Yeah.
But this conviction, or not even conviction, but this seeing can't be developed because it's already here. But not here as in time and space. It's already on its own.
Is it like it's not noted, not recognized?
It can't be recognized.
Cannot.
Who would recognize it? Someone would have to possess it.
Well, for you to talk about it is a recognition. To say that there is there is no recognizing happening is ridiculous. It actually doesn't make any sense. You do recognize it, hence you're saying it is what it is, or this understanding, or this simply this. You are pointing to something which implies there is uh, a recognition. So even on that level, you don't make any sense, and it's not real. So not only have you, not only has this person Theo kind of disgustingly commented on depression and anxiety, but does not understand even the basic knowledge of non-duality. And this is meant to be non-duality explained and simplified. I would say this is non-duality confused. That's what it is. It's just confusion. Um, wow.
And it becomes a thing, but it's a no thing appearing as everything.
So for you to know that it's a no thing appearing as everything means there is a recognition of this. So that doesn't make any sense. Whatever this person is saying is not making sense.
I don't.
It's just a web, just an invisible web.
Nothing. Being
Nothing. Look. Where, in which point, from where, or how do you hear or understand what's happening? How is it filtered? Through which?
I can't find.
You can't find it. You can.
What is it? He was just knocking on a cone. I am really trying to understand this. I am really trying to. Is it possible they're stoned? Well, I want to say they're stoned, but I think they're pretty much anti-drugs, if I'm honest. But that doesn't mean they don't do it. They can be anti. I know a lot of people that say they're anti something and then they end up doing it. But yeah, my feeling is maybe they could be high, but even then, this is the stuff that they generally talk about. It's nothing new. I think Martin would agree. I mean, yeah, exactly. Even if you're stoned, I don't think anyone who's been stoned would talk like this, or knock on the cone and say, "Where is it happening?"
What's happening? How is it filtered? Through which?
I can't find.
You can't find it. You can't find it. It's impossible. It's impossible.
like-
I can tell you where it's been filtered through my brain. Is where it's been filtered. But according to these people, there is no brain. There is no consciousness. There's no awareness. It's, you see, it goes against the like basic biology, and that's when you know it's a pile of crap. You know, I've been rather kind to Ariana and what's the other person? Anna Brown yesterday. And now I'm not so kind. I'm a bit more. I'm becoming a bit more radical because it's, this is just wrong. Like, there's not one thing has been said that I can say I am happy with him saying that. Yeah, it doesn't line up with any significant philosophy of any sort. They're just, he was knocking on the bin, probably looking for answers. Yeah, probably looking for God to appear, or I don't know, Christ or the Buddha, and say, "Oh, I am here. I'm consciousness." I don't know what they were looking for. Yeah, I agree. It is worse than the free spirit stuff. It's worse than the new age stuff, to be honest, because that, at least with the new age stuff, I have noticed they will still talk about utilizing therapy, and I respect that. With this, when you say there's no such thing as thought, or there's no such thing as depression or anxiety and depression is worse than um, than a meditation practice or bliss or whatever from a thought, is very problematic. Very problematic.
Maybe here, but also there, and but also
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Immediately
Wait.
when what?
Is this the right street?
We go back and see. Oh, we had to go left.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. He was just looking straight. He should have looked left or right. He wouldn't have missed the place he had to turn to. There you go. Classic. This is what's going to happen to you if you follow this pseudo-non-duality. You're going to get lost, and you're going to get confused, and you're going to be completely devoid of any common sense. This is what happens. Classic. His body didn't automatically tell him that he should have turned left. He should have just got Google Maps up, you know what I mean? Would have been a lot easier. But yeah, New Age stuff, the worst case scenario, as I'm out a few books, is, yep, but I've got some cool rocks, exactly. Let's put that up. Let's begin.
We just walk straight.
Yeah, we and go left or right. I forgot that.
Okay.
So see, you're so captivated, but not captivated. I would say.
There is only total captivation.
You're fully absorbed, as in you're not here anymore. You're fully absorbed, and if disorientation happens,
why is he whispering? Why is he talking in a lower tone? And if you're totally absorbed by this, there's a very beautiful. They talk about this in the scriptures, where you can be, where spirituality is in the, there's calmness within the chaos. You're the stillness within the marketplace. You're the, that is a different thing. Being absorbed does not mean that you get lost on the way. Or when, like, if you're totally captivated by it, what's recognizing that you're captivated by it? What is it that is aware that they are absorbed by it? Surely there is something called consciousness, which they are denying exists, but how do they know there is something saying that they're absorbed? What is it that is aware or conscious of their absorbing or captivating or being lost? This is where we catch them out.
happens, you're not there to experience disorientation. If anxiety happens, you're not there to feel anxious. It's just full raw emotion.
Okay, no. I totally forgot what you said. It's so bad.
Experience disorientation. If anxiety happens, you're not there to feel anxious. It's just
You're not there to feel anxious. I do not think that someone who is feeling anxiety is going to say, I do not feel anxious. There's no person feeling anxious. No. Completely wrong.
just full raw emotion, and that's it. The same with everything. Moving the hand, walking, everything happens on its own. There's no doer. If thoughts are seen as thoughts, emotions are seen as emotion, everything is seen as it is, there's no distance or delay that can manipulate the reality. And reality shines on its own.
Even the
Do you think I choose what I say now? It's just flowing.
No,
it's just flowing.
Well, we know you're not choosing what to say. We wish that you did. It would make it would be a lot better if you did choose your words. It's obvious that you're not. I mean, he's saying it as if it's a good thing. I think it's a bad thing. But yeah, anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, yeah. And even the delay is part of the directness.
Of course, of course. The delay itself
Is direct.
is direct, exactly. Is direct, it happens. You have no time to choose for it not to happen.
Okay, I didn't get what that was, so we'll carry on.
So if you're captivated and it's just absorption, it's just the flying bird, it's just the walking, it's just the cars, but you're not connected or you don't respond or give or receive feedback, because the giving and receiving feedback is you thinking you're the body interacting with other bodies or the outside world.
And
there's
even,
no outside world.
And even the passing thought.
There's no outside world. Yet they're walking in the outside.
It's just totally the passing thought.
Just you can see that if the passing thought would be not subtle but solid, it would be like a freaking gas walking around. That's it. But you being
I don't know what that meant.
absorbed in thought, not really absorbed. The thought of existence or whatever, doesn't matter, creates this illusion that thought is all there is. You know, anxiety is all there is. Well, it's somehow true, because in the moment where you're not there, it's just anxiety or it's just thought, but it disappears because it has no content. You see?
Yeah,
so what I'm talking about is not something dead, it's not something like boring, or it's not even emptiness or I don't simply know. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Actually, I want to get a burrito.
A burrito.
Yeah.
That's good.
Do you want one?
No.
They might be stoned. They're after a burrito. I've just carried on because there's a lot of problems in whatever he was saying. But it's just all gobbledygook that we've listened to yesterday. Nothing new, nothing extraordinary. But the same old stuff repeated again and again. Why is he co-opting the word occult? That's actually a good question. I don't know why. I don't know why he is, and he shouldn't really, in my opinion. But yeah, here we go.
No, I'm good. Let me keep the phone.
Yeah.
You go in, I wait for you out.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's a cool song.
So is he just going to sit there? So non-duality has not been explained yet. Definitely not been simplified. Not even explored. I don't know what's been talked about so far. It's... Yeah, well, Theo must not be stoned because he's not hungry. So, yeah. Well, Theo is just saying there's no hunger, there's no thought, there's no body. Yeah, it's an Occult Apparent song, but he really liked it. Oh, he talks.
It's like you're a freaking animal.
What? One, he just turned the phone around so it's like at a jarring angle, and then he just calls us an animal. There's something wrong. Yep, I'm gonna put that up, Susan. I totally agree. Totally agree.
Or even worse, You're no different than the tree. You're no different than.
Hey, don't pick on trees. How rude. The thing is, that tree is going to outlive you, Thea, so don't worry. It's probably more non dual. You'll probably learn more about non duality from a tree than from this dork here. I mean, I know why I got so upset by him picking on the tree. It's just unfair. The tree can't respond. At least with an animal, it might be able to bite back. What's a tree going to do? Absolutely ridiculous.
The car, you're simply not at all. Whatever seems to exist is not apart from you. It's just oneness. That's it.
Yeah, we all agree that we're all interconnected. But again, is that not a thought in your so-called philosophy? Like, you can't pick and choose, and this is the biggest issue I find with these people, is they just pick and choose whatever they want, whatever concept they find appealing at the time. And yeah, ridiculous. Here we go, let's carry on. His friend is apparently hungry. So we're having a look at the non-dual nose, nostrils. So the one thing we have learned about non-duality so far is looking up Theo's nostrils. That's probably been more entertaining and more explaining the philosophy than his words have been. That must be a really important burrito that his friend's having.
So see, it's very funny because 3 seconds ago I just checked if I had my phone in my pocket. This is my friend's phone. But this, before I would say it happened as in, oh, did I forget something? Oh, it's my phone missing. But it's just direct movement of the body. It's just like it's a dance.
No, it's not a dance. You thought that your phone was missing. Like, are they really that oblivious to their mind? No, the body didn't go, oh, the phone is missing. Oh my God. No, you thought your phone was missing, hence you looked for your phone. It wasn't the body just happening and just apparently just saying, oh, their phone is missing. Your mind thought it. For God's sake. The holy schnoz of Theo. Not gonna lie. I could go for a burrito myself. Yeah, I mean, I would. If I was Theo, I would have that burrito. Can't believe he's not having the burrito.
The movement of the head, rubbing the hair, seeing, hearing, looking. Just a dance.
Yeah, it's just a dance. Just a dance. Nothing else. I would like to see Theo dancing. That would be more entertaining than dancing around with his so-called theory of non-duality.
No problem with good weather, bad weather, rain, sunny, good, bad.
If you have no problem, why wear clothes? Yeah, no problem. Could be cold, could be raining. Why have a jacket on?
it's simply like you see for the first time every time you see.
Okay, I could probably agree with that. Everything you see is for the first time. Something has changed. I get that. But that's still not non-duality. Um, still not non-duality. So
Without the seer, without something that's seen. Sounds like complete. But I keep mentioning in my videos as much as weird as it sounds or fantastic or it's so direct and very obvious. You think the more you try to seek it, you see it fantastic or extraordinary. But the
one, it's not direct and obvious.
ordinariness is the case. And even the thought of searching for the extraordinary is very ordinary. Just a freaking thought.
I just find the camera angle really jarring. It's really annoying me.
So if this is heard that whatever happens simply happens, like sitting is just sitting without context, without thought. Seeing is just seeing without an observer, without an object that's seen. Sound is just sound, it has no location.
Sound is not sound. It's got no location. They are sound waves, my friend.
In this case, nothing is different, nothing's apart, and it's just nothingness. In this case, you can say it's empty. It's empty.
That was the emptiest words I've ever heard. Like, there was no meaning in anything he just said then. Absolutely empty of any meaning, of any substance. And there was zero style in it either, as well. Oh. When is the guy coming back? We got Theo in an awkward position on the phone.
But at the same time, it has to be full.
But is it? Oh.
And as raw and scary as it is, that precious it actually is.
He sounds like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. It is very precious. Hello, impetus correspondent. Don't know. He sounds more like Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
And as raw and scary as it is, that precious it actually is. And you can't find it anywhere else. As much as you struggle, doesn't really matter. I talked for 3 minutes or 4.
No, I'm waiting.
You're still waiting for your burrito?
Yeah.
How was it?
How was what?
Waiting for your burrito.
It just happened.
It just happened.
What the hell? What the hell? Is that literally? Oh, hello. I recognized you. It's like he carries a mantle of being awakened so he can say any old nonsense and people nod approvingly. Exactly. You know what? What was interesting? I just want to see. I want you to watch how this person, the friend, comes out and then says the answer that Theo's looking for. Watch. Because you see his brain go click, 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 say nothing is happening. Or to say it's apparently happening. Watch.
I'm waiting.
You're still waiting for your burrito.
Yeah.
How was it? How was it?
How was what?
Waiting for your burrito.
It just happened.
It just happened. Very simple. Very simple. It just happened. Closing the door, it just happens. The cars simply happen.
No, cars drive. They're made in a factory. Doors close because that's the mechanics of a door.
It's already an harmony.
It's already
An harmony.
harmony. Yeah.
Harmony. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like you're a newborn baby. That's the best explanation I could give, because a newborn baby doesn't understand a single thing.
Well, if a little baby saw you, I think the baby would just be in tears, saying, "Keep me away from this occult Theo." Why you think they? So these are a few things they always go to a baby. I've always noticed that. Yesterday in the Anna Brown video, she talked about the baby as well, the state of, that a baby doesn't have any, it's just kind of in the moment. Well, probably not. The baby is still storing memory, is still learning things from observing. In fact, a baby is observing. So I don't know, even their views of what a baby does is really weird. But yeah, they always go towards the baby. I don't know what it is.
That's the best explanation I could give, because a newborn baby doesn't understand a single thing. So it's not like you're.
Well, let me just say, a newborn baby understands much more than Theo does about life. That's for sure. And a newborn baby definitely understands non-duality better than Theo does, and can explain non-duality better than Theo does, can simplify non-duality better than Theo can. So I completely I agree. Impetus correspondence. Forced infantilization is a control technique. If this was the best explanation, I don't want to watch the worst. Why exactly? He reminds me of a baby, wide-eyed and full of wonder, but still has much to learn. He does. Poor Theo. Poor Theo. Now my compassion is arising. But I'm gonna go through this video. I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna find the strength to do this. I'm gonna do it.
You're immature as a baby. Some might think that, or you're no. You're more mature than ever. You're more mature than ever. But you're
Also,
what you thought of everything is just silly.
No, you're okay. A baby is definitely much more mature than you are, Theo. Your immaturity is showing with your explanation of this apparent pseudo-nonduality.
Including enlightenment. Yeah, including enlightenment is just a joke. And that's how it should be treated.
If enlightenment is a joke, why do they keep talking about enlightenment? They always talk about it, always talk about awakening, always talk about enlightenment, and they always talk about non-duality and then say none of this exists. Why? Why bother?
Fucking joke. Just a fucking joke. Just a fucking joke. Reality that you know is just a fucking joke. It's just a fucking joke. It's just a fucking joke. You get mind fucked. You get mind fucked. It is how it is. That's what you got. With my friend here, we just rapping. It's very style cause we ain't capping.
I want to sit him in a room with Eminem, and we'll see how good his rapping really is. That was a shit rap. The worst rap I've ever heard. Mumble rappers do a better job.
You know Captain
Yeah,
as
yeah, I know Captain.
as it's for real, because it's what I'm talking about is
You know Captain. Yeah, I do. I know Captain. What the hell? There is a lot of ego. I'm seeing a lot of ego. I can't believe you tried to do a rap. Here we go.
Captain
Yeah,
as
yeah, I know Captain.
as it's for real, because it's what I'm talking about is do you not that you feel that it's real, but it's a resonance, you can say.
What you're talking about?
Yeah.
So
Just a resonance, because before I would feel it too as a resonance, as somehow it's a pull. It's a very pull that's scary. That's I don't know in a lot of ways, because it's different for everyone.
it feels like you have to lose everything.
Wait, I'm trying to see how can I get on the other camera.
The other camera? No,
You can't. Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
Whatever.
It's just what's happening.
Yeah. What was it? It feels like I have to lose. Everything will be lost.
Oh, it is lost.
Oh, that guy is definitely stoned. The friend is definitely stoned.
It is lost.
It's like
it is lost.
it feels like
You just somehow have problems, like letting go of what you know to remain in the unknown. You can say. And it's a risk. It's a
it's a risk.
Yeah.
But it's like
Very few can take it.
There shouldn't be any risk. There's nothing happening. So where's the risk?
Very few. But you don't take it by it's quite the opposite. You can't take it by holding on to it.
it's like naturally you will take it.
It's like you completely fall, okay? If there's still impulsive, there's still tendency to go out and rise up again and feel like a person. Like when you're tired, you can't feel immediately like the eye rises and it connects to spirituality, psychology, You're simply too tired to stay on your feet and you're just crumbling and you remain there. But
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what that is.
when you remain there, experience like doesn't stop. It's just the subject which filtered the experience, you can say, that disappeared as it wasn't there. So that's why no one falls, no me disappears or whatever. It's already the case.
Oh, you missed it. Kiss and bliss.
No. What?
Kiss and bliss.
Yeah, I saw it in the camera. Come here.
What is going on? That's weird. And piss and bliss, what the hell?
Yeah, peace and bliss.
What they on about?
Mine's so dope.
Yeah.
What was it? You're cool. Mine's so dope. Thinks it's a joke.
Oh, it started.
Oh, these friends trying to rap now. To get Theo's approval. I totally agree. Yeah, I agree with that. He won't. My rap. I know capping, that's what I'm slapping. That neo-advaita in the face of my rapping. Yeah, that's exactly what Theo is doing. That guy is definitely seeking Theo's approval. I agree. It's definitely gibberish. This is nonsense. Okay, 3 minutes. Am I going to do it? Am I?
Raining.
But it's
That's
all
cool.
a big hoax.
Yeah. Okay, well, you want to stop it here or do you want to continue? Do you have space? Do you have space on the phone? Everything's allowed, okay? So even you can see this,
Nothing dancing.
nothing dancing.
Never mind. The waiters were dancing. It's fine.
Yeah.
What are we listening to? What was that?
I forgot what I said.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's cool. That character is cool.
Yeah.
I like
it's,
it.
It's very cool motorcycle.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. When it's clear, it's not just the motorcycle that you're seeing. You
It's
know,
motorcycle and everything.
it's everything at once. It's everything. It's like it's not that your attention goes to objects. Everything penetrates in the end your attention, and it simply pops. and then is choiceless awareness. You can say as in you don't choose it.
No, that's not what J. Krishnamurti said was choiceless awareness. So, again, appropriating whatever J. Krishnamurti said. Even Osho talked about choiceless awareness, and it wasn't this.
Experience, you don't choose thoughts, you don't choose, I don't know. You don't choose
anything.
You are not there. You're not there. So whatever you think about what's being said here in the video is just what's happening. If it's treated as real, it becomes more suffering, okay, for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is more suffering because you're talking a load of crap. That's why it's suffering. And we have to think about what you say, because why are you posting? If you don't want people to have an opinion about it or to think about what you say, why post? But I'm still none of the wiser to his explanation of non-duality. I don't know how it's simplified.
As
Sorry, I don't know how it's been explained. Yeah, I'm still none the wiser.
it becomes more suffering, okay, for you as it's intellectual or mental baggage, which is not needed because the message is.
So this is the warning to people like me. If anyone watches this video and watches me reacting to it and intellectualizing what he's saying, I'm seen as a problem. Or anyone like me that does the same thing about calling these people out. There's a lot of them. Some that do it on written form, some do it like I'm doing, some talk about it in general in meetings. So it's really interesting. Thank you, Thoryon. Thank you. I love you too. Dude's like the David Wayans Oswald Bates character from the. I don't know about that. I need to check it out.
Quite different and quite opposite. Nothing needs to be done. You got your burger?
No, they said 2 minutes.
2 minutes. You don't have to
It's a burrito, not a burger. I guess it's just happening. It's okay.
do anything for 2 minutes. So you can have fun.
And also the 2 minutes after.
Or in the 2 minutes after. And the timeless time, because there are no 2 minutes. You don't feel.
P-John.
P-John. Yeah.
I really want to give up, but I'm gonna power through it. What is his friend doing? What is he doing? What is he doing?
Just a newborn chicken. Yeah, we're gonna get food. So don't take into consideration anything that's been said here. There's nothing that you need to find or nothing that you need to get. It's very simple. But that doesn't mean you're like, oh yeah, got it, and no thought. We're talking here about no thought. So happy no thought. Cheers.
Cheers.
That was a complete and utter pile of shit. I cannot believe we witnessed that. There's so many problems to talk about, but let's look at the comments. He uses big words incorrectly. Yep, absolutely. Doesn't know what choiceless awareness was. He would talk about it, but didn't really know. We're gonna we're going to look at the comments in this in a minute, the comments on the video. So I wanted to do that. So suffering is watching his video. I shouldn't be laughing. I know it is suffering. I did feel like I had an encounter with suffering for the first time in a long time. It's the non-dualishness of the timeless happeningness that makes you think that the suffering-ish feelings are a state of realishness. Yeah, exactly as you put it, Dimitri. That's exactly how it is. First true thing you said, don't be concerned about what's being said here. Exactly. But you know what? By him saying this is the very clever thing they do. By him saying this, he's implying that you should be concerned about what he's saying and you should take it seriously. No matter what he's saying there and how he's presenting it, he does want you to take it seriously. Otherwise, he wouldn't post this. So it's really interesting. The psychological games they play. It's ridiculous. Straight up, yeah, agreed. Too stuck in his head to know Advaita. The intellectualization process going on here is just odd. It's impetus. Actually, there is no intellectualization going on. It's just this. What's happened is it's kind of like, okay, do you remember in the first Matrix movie where Keanu Reeves, where Neo is plugged into the system and they put in a hard disk or like a program, and you know it downloads. What happens is when they attend one of the meetings from this guy or Anna Brown or Jim Newman or Tony Parsons or any of these pseudo non-dualists or the neo-advaitans, they just download their vocabulary and they all say the same thing. There's nothing different in what he said, in what Anna said yesterday. If you think about it, it's exactly the same. And that is the dangerous aspect of it, the danger of it. So, really crazy. And it's also a disclaimer and avoiding any responsibility for anything he says. Exactly. He knows that whatever he said in this video can come and bite him in a few years' time. It will not surprise me in a couple of years if you find that he's deleted his channel when he realizes that everything he was saying was a complete farce and he actually caused more harm than good. I can guarantee that within a couple of years you won't find anything about him. He won't last. The reason why he won't last is because he's enjoying the community right now, but I don't think it will carry on for too long. But let me share this screen. Let's look at the comments. Okay. So first of all, one thing I want to check. This is always interesting. Everything that I see from these neo-advaitans is that they always put about how you can pay them. It's always like pay to make a contribution. First thing they put on. They don't write a description about the video. They go straight to pay me on PayPal or if you want to go to these meetings. Nothing wrong with getting paid for the work you do. I understand that, but yeah, ridiculous. Yeah, I don't really want to email you, mate. All ideas expressed by Theo for entertainment. I'm not even going to bother reading this, but this is important. Theo is not a therapist, teacher, doctor, or any kind of authority. Ideas expressed by Theo should not be treated as a substitute for medical advice or professional help. If expert assistance or counseling is needed, the services of a competent professional should be sought. Yet he literally ridiculed the idea of anyone being in depression or having anxiety. Or he just says it was just thought. But yeah, I mean, so the good thing is he's kept his comments. See, there's so many of them here. Non-duality is another one. So, first pinned comment: contributions are greatly appreciated. And I just noticed the name Theo Siddha. So again, he's using aspects of like spiritual jargon in his stuff. I guess this is all the stuff for his event with Ariana. Someone said for the first 8 minutes, I felt like a baby looking at my parents from a carriage, listening to them saying strange things. I don't know if that's a serious one or a mocking one, but oh my god, people loving it. Not one person. Okay, here we go. Hi Theo, does it sometimes feel like there is a you that is separate? Have you even watched the vid? Yes, but I find it confusing sometimes. That's ego. That's real bad. That's a lot of ego. Like someone is genuinely confused. Poor Mike, he's taken that time to write a question, and you turn around to him and say, have you even watched the vid? I don't think the guy was being horrible. But yeah, interesting. Not one thing here is negative, which is surprising. But yeah. Yeah, nothing interesting there. Nothing wrong with getting paid if you provide something of value. Yep, I agree. And a disclaimer: Ariana does the same. They copy each other. Yeah, I found that. I think every non-dualist really copies each other. They've sorry, pseudo-non-dualists. They copy each other. I did want to put on another video of his, but I'm not going to. He's tired me out already. Because there's one where he does a meeting, and the title of the video is "The Only Non-Duality Meeting You Need." And I went through this yesterday. It's 2 hours of absolute nothing, and he's around people, and it's just like an ego, like an echo chamber. But one thing I will respect him for is that he keeps the comments, but I think yeah. Yeah, this stuff is really something. Really is something. Yeah, I think he has deleted negative comments. I think so. Um, if you haven't already, please do like this video. Um, so let's chat. Let me come up. So tomorrow we'll look at Emerson, and we'll dive deep into Emerson's non-dual meeting that he does, because he's the brain behind all this operation, in my opinion. He's the one that's going around getting all these people together. Before, I saw he used to do meetings or interviews with people about non-duality, but now he's gone more towards a pseudo non-duality and is keeping it there. So it's interesting that he's done that. There is a lot of people that are just following that stuff. So yeah, tomorrow we'll look at Emerson and we'll see how that goes. And I want that was it. Nothing media is what he used to do. So I want people. Okay, this I'm going to show you now. Um, so he does all this stuff. So literally, I want to see his older stuff. So they have a nothing conference. Oh, that's what you're on about. Um, so there's a load of them. There's a load of them. Wow. Wow. So there is a lot going on here. I've never even seen some of these people in my life. Oh my God, what the hell? What is all this? Sorry, I know I'm quiet. It's just I'm shocked. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show. Also, was Occult Theo. That was it. I wanted to go to show you his videos. Right, it's oldest. He's only been up for 5 months. This is how. This is what I mean. He's only been there for 5 months, and he has. Um, it doesn't tell me how many followers he has, but he's had 200,000 views. That's a lot. Um, I want to see. I can find out how many followers he has. I'll find out. Oh no, can't find him. He probably has it on something else. But yeah, I wanted to see how many subscribers he had. But if I just type it in there, maybe I can tell then. No, he hasn't put how many subscribers he has. He's keeping that a secret. But I'm assuming from his videos, he probably has at least a couple of thousand. But yeah, wow, how crazy is that? Oh, we're gonna be educated tomorrow when we see this whole conference. There's a whole network. Yep. And this is what I'm talking about. They have a big um kind of support group. It would not surprise me if they have a WhatsApp group that talks about all of this. So much talk about nothing, and now they have a conference where they can all talk about nothing. Exactly. I cannot believe. So, but when I used to see this guy, Emerson, the why I'm really shocked is before he used to do, like years ago, he used to have meetings with people and like interviews. Um, but it seems like now he's deleted that. Um, yeah, he's basically deleted them. Um, so that's interesting how he's just done that. There's a Facebook group where folks like Giselle, Nancy, etc., all get together and feel superior to us seekers. Oh wow, I didn't know. I've never heard of these people. Nancy, I think I've seen a video of hers. Yes, today. Today I saw something. Theo Advaita. I like that one. Um, I'll actually be curious to see you react to Jack O'Keefe. Of all these people, she has some substance to her story. I'll look up. I think I have heard of her. I have heard of her. Um, so probably will one day look at her stuff. But she seems to be a bit genuine because one, she's been interviewed. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to say about Occult Theo, he reminds me so much of Bentino Mazzaro, who is a complete dick. So yeah, Theo reminds me of him. That emptiness in the eyes reminds me of Bentino. But yeah, I'll have a look at Jackie. I think her name's Jackie. But some of the stuff that she says, well, she's part of Sand, so it seems that she'll have a bit of tradition behind her. So, but yeah, definitely. And what's a shame is she's got less followers. Like she only has 3.8K subscribers, and Anna Brown has 50, which is sad. This is probably more lucrative. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll look at the brains behind Nothing Media, the brains behind this whole community, this whole Nothing network. We'll be having a look at that, and we'll be seeing what he's all about. We won't go and look. We won't look at the conference, but that means that we have a lot of content to go through. Whether we want to go through it or not will be another thing. But next week, what we will do is we'll start on the Atma board. So we'll go back to our foundational text. And then when we're done with that text, then we'll go to watching some more of this. Well, we'll do more of analyzing this pseudo-non-duality and calling them out and doing what we should do, which is to call them out. There is no brain. Exactly. There's no brain. There's no brain for me seeing this. There's no reaction happening. There's none of this. This is not really happening. This just simply is. It's an apparent happening. So this is the grifters of non-duality. These people that we're looking at this week. So, but what we will also do is actually we'll react to more of the other real spiritual deals, the real people that I have. Like I love to watch some of Adi Shanti's videos and Rupert Spira, and I will also look at other people like that. So we will do that too, where we can educate ourselves and feel more in touch with our spirituality rather than feeling that none of it exists, thanks to these pseudo non-dualists. So I'll be back tomorrow, maybe a bit earlier, maybe on at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 1 hour earlier than usual, but I may be on at the same time. I'll let you know tomorrow what that would look like. Everyone's gonna have to, yeah, if I were you, listen to the real deal stuff. The Ribu Gita is one, Ashtavakra Gita is another one. Look at those. And yeah, and if you'd like to support this channel, I am on Patreon. Do sign up to my Patreon, because I want you to get something extra from supporting me, not just pay me on PayPal and that's it. Now, I would like to give something back as a gift, so do check out my Patreon page. It's in the video description. So that is something. Do like this video if you haven't already, and share it. Subscribe to this channel, and we'll continue this community, this conversation, and just just look after yourselves. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, take care. Bye. I'm actually going to be on TikTok for a few seconds, and then I'm going to jump off. Um, so I'll see you guys on YouTube. I'll see you. I tell you what. Let me put my Patreon page up thing. So it's easier. I wanted to. It'd be more easier for you to go onto it. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, here we go. I need to have something up there. Here we go. So do check that out. Do sign up. Oh, your comment got deleted. Do send me a message on TikTok. Direct message me, Impetus, and I will have a look at what you just sent. But yeah, take care, everyone. Namaste to you all, and see you tomorrow. Bye.